Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Here on Neo Aztec today, it's going to be a recent replay between Larva and Sorry. Left side of the map, we have, we can do red versus blue, the blue Terran player. It is Sorry, an excellent Terran player. And at the top side of the map, we have Larva. You know who he is. He's sporting the color red today. All right, colorblind viewers, this one is for you. Woo! All right, so a TVZ here on Neo Aztec from CASTERMUSE Star League Season 3, I think. Season 3 or Season 2. If you don't know who CASTERMUSE is, he organizes Brood War tournaments between all of the top-level players in the world right now. So we've got Larva, we've got Sorry, we've got Ample, we've got all, all of the other players as well. And RJB got this for me, the replay pack, and said, go nuts. So I'm going nuts with it. Alright, so TVZ here on Neo Aztec. Overlord scouting the correct direction here on this 3-player map. Cha-ching! See? Check it out. It's a bit of a throwback, right? Main bases on the low ground, natural bases on the high ground, a ramp to get up to them instead of down to them. I kind of feel like this is an homage to the map making of like the early 2000s, because holy smokes, they love to do that back in that era. Anyway, 12 hatch here from Larva. Nothing too crazy from him. A little bit greedy, but nothing really much that Sorry's going to be able to punish, unfortunately. We're going for a barracks first opening at home. He hasn't scouted the Zerg player yet. Is he going the wrong way? What? Is he just taking a roundabout path to get over here? Is this a proxy? Oh, no. He's just coming up this way to check the timing on the hatch. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. It's another way to get up here to attack the natural. This is... Wow. There's a huge ramp here. Okay, so natural bases. Dang. This kind of sucks to wall off, honestly. This one, anyway. Okay, hold on a second. What are we doing here? Why is this different? So this you can wall off and protect. This is just wide open. Both the ramp and... The spawning locations aren't different, are they? Okay, alright. So, I was misreading this part of the map. Okay, I'm an idiot. It's fine. You can just wall this off and you're cool. Cool, we're gonna move on. Overlord checking. Hey, look, there's a natural base coming up. Excellent news. It's not a one-base play out of Sorry here at all. Let's go ahead and toss down that lair at sub 3 minutes, because why not at this stage? Double barracks opening. There's going to be something of an aggressive bio opening coming in here from Sorry. There are going to be some Sunkens tossed up at the natural base and at the third base if we indeed decide to go there for Sorry. Larva, again, just an excellent Zerg player. Very scary Zerg player. Very interested in just swarming. He's one of those swarming Zerg players. Some players are technically very good, right? The placement of their Dark Swarms is really good. The placement of their Plague is good. Their flanks are excellent. But some people are just like, I'm a macro Zerg player. I'm going to throw stuff at you until you die. My macro is going to be so good, it's going to be hard for you to deal with. I think technically these players, it's hard for them to win in like a Premier Championship playing that way. But they can definitely win lower level games in tournaments like this, right? Like in the CASTERMUSE type stuff. But be sure to check out CASTERMUSE's links in the description. He's a fantastic guy, and yeah, you should check him out. All right, so we got Lings on the top of the ramp here, just enough to make sure there's not a big army coming out. Going for a run by just doesn't seem truly optimal at all. We've got a bunch of Marines here. The positioning means the Lings have to go around, which we've seen a bajillion times in the past already. Third basing drone. Oh, this third base is far away. Again, that's, I don't know. On the traditional maps, like on Fighting Spirit and Circuit Breakers, this is how it works anyway. So, third base coming up bottom right. And what do you have to worry about here, Mr. Zerg player? Just the one? Yeah, just the one ramp. So that's nice. That's actually a really nice expansion location. Like, really fantastic. SCV comes in here to scout this. Lings, Overlord, just again, making sure we know when the Terran player comes out. That's really important for us, is having that knowledge. Second gas taken now, which means we're not going for a ton of Mutalisks. We're going for, you know, 5 or 6 to start things off. It doesn't seem like we're going to try to go for 9 to 12 or anything like that. Hydralisk Den should pop, or should start, around the same time the Spire finishes. We'll keep an eye on that timing. Meanwhile, down here, Engineering Bay and additional barracks, man. We are going bio all the way. Starting it off here from Sorry. The Marines are ready to rock. Thinking about it. Thinking about being ready to rock. The Lings don't want to engage with that. There are not enough of them. They're just here for scouting purposes. It's a lot of Lings to be just for scouting purposes, but still, we're here anyway. Did skip speed. Oh, wait. No, we didn't. We're good. Yeah, 6 Lings in production, +1 flyer attack on the way here, too. Range. Really fast upgrade there from Sorry. And there's a scan right here, just trying to see exactly what's going on in the Zerg base. Are there any Sunkens up there? No. Awesome. How many mutas are there? Not many. There are 3 more in production, though. So we're going to have 7 or 8. It's, again, it's not 12, but it's a good number. And it does hit a little bit earlier here. The missile turret timing is a tiny bit off for Sorry. No, it finishes. I didn't think that would finish. That's crazy. I can't believe he got that. All right. So the mutas are playing the game where we try to pick off Marines around the edges here. It's going pretty well. Although we're down to 4 Marines. Sorry's Marine control is pretty good. Mutas, rather. 4 mutas. More Marines than that for sure. All right. No Sunkens at all here. He's just trying to deal with this with a bunch of Lings. With a bunch of Mutalisks, we've replenished the count just a little bit. We're continuing to make mutas here. That +1 flyer attack is a good indicator that that's exactly what's going on. Ow! Mutalisk dies to that Marine ball. Those are not good feelings at all. He's taking shots. He's taking little shots here and there. The Mutalisk just trying to make it so that the bio ball doesn't feel comfortable just walking across the map. That's all this is. If they could just make a beeline for the natural base, it'd be a huge problem for Larva. So just the threat of Lings and the threat of Mutalisks sharking in these corners, right, is exactly what you want. This is okay. So we're just Muta-ling here today. And, ooh, is it enough? Not quite. A bunch of Lings died. A bunch of Marines did die. But this range, especially the range upgrade, is so useful in these situations. If you're struggling against mutas at this stage of the game as a Terran player, getting range for your Marines is really helpful. Alright, so there's too many Mutalisks at this point. It's a lot. It is just going to be a lot of Mutalisks here today for Larva. Continue to produce those guys. He lost a bunch, but he did wipe out Sorry's entire group. So let's see what Sorry does in response to this. He is making a starport. So whether that's going to be for Valkyries or just for science vessels with their irradiate, we'll keep an eye on that production tab to see what's going on. Evolution Chamber, Hydralisk Den coming up at the 3rd base. Yeah, I mean, you can skip the Hydra Den and the Lurkers if you're just making this many Mutalisks and you crush the initial attack from your Terran opponent. That's really very nice. 39 to 31 total workers. Mutas continually just trying to harass on in here. Have lost a bunch, though. Having to replace those from home. Rallying them down here. The Lurker aspect getting started. +1 ground carapace on the way from the Zerg player. Does get supply blocked somehow. The Mutas, no. There's just not room in here, dudes. Not happening. Yeah, a science facility coming in from Sorry. So, going for the science vessels. Going for .88 action. Additional Mutalisks. He just wants 11. He wants 11 with that 1 Overlord on the control group so he can stack, which he's doing now. It's just hard to find damage against someone who's making this many Marines. Golly, with this many missile turrets flying around as well. I mean, the missile turrets aren't flying, but those missiles are flying. They're in the sky, absolutely. Wow, down to 4. There were 11 in that group. There's been a lot of dead Mutalisks. Scans in, doesn't see a Hydralisk Den or you know, indication that there is one, but it's over here instead. We're hiding the tech at the third base, as well as the Queen's Nest. So that is something that Starry does not know exists, unfortunately for him. He wishes he had that knowledge. Maybe he just assumes there isn't anything like that. He's expecting more Mutalisks, but there might be a tech switch into Lurkers here, as yes, 5 Lurkers do get started. Irradiate just about done, and we are doing, you know, 6 racks play. 6 racks, 2 base, Marines, Medics, Science Vessels with Irradiate, range on the Marines, attack upgrades on the Marines, +2 coming in here now too. And we've seen this work. We've seen it work. We've seen it fail. It's not a guaranteed win for the Terran or anything. It's not a guaranteed win for the Zerg player either, but it does seem like the Zerg players that we cast on the channels can handle it to a certain extent. So, yeah, 2 Lurkers top of the ramp. You didn't bring any tanks with you? How much Irradiate do you have available? 1. You have 1 Irradiate available, which will kill one of the Lurkers. But just because when they're stacked and burrowed, it's only going to hit one of them. Actually, is that true? Yeah, that's true. There's no splash from burrowed units. This Muta control here, I've never seen Larva do this, man. Nice Scourge snipe, trying to get that Science Vessel. 1 hit did get in, but 2 other Scourge died in the process. Muta's trying to get rid of these tanks, because again, it's not a lot of tanks. So forcing Sorry to spend money on additional tanks is really, really nice. Look at the split here. He's like, I know you can irradiate me, so we're going to pre-split before the irradiate comes out. That was a pretty sick move out of Larva for sure. Hive coming on the way for the Zerg player. I mean, there have been absolutely 0 concerted attacks on Larva stuff at all today. Everything has been Larva pressuring the Zerg, or the Terran player, pressuring him in the middle of the map, pressuring him out here, back home. It's this is pretty good for Larva, I gotta say. I mean, his name is Larva 1 Top Zerg, so that speaks to a bit of we're gonna say confidence out of the Zerg player. Understandably so. He's a very confident Zerg. We're aware of that. There are some stories about Larva that you will find if you search him on the Google machine. Defiler round on the way from said Zerg player as well. Just throwing that at our home. Whereas Hive is, no sense hiding that at all. It's 113 to 90 total supply. Sorry has the lead. This is the part of the game where a Zerg player is going to start to take the lead on the 3 bases that he's got, on the 36 workers that he has. Muta's dying, but I don't know, getting some pretty good value at the same time, I think. So these are Irradiates. Yep, Irradiates on the Mutalisks. Splits are pretty good. Pretty good. Not incredible, but pretty nice nevertheless. They're out of Larva. Attack on... Do you have enough Irradiates to take down 4 Lurkers at the top of this ramp? No, but we do have siege tanks. So the Lurkers have to get out of here. This is... Oh, this is really strong. Out of Sorry. 126 to 99 supply. He's got a nice advantage. Lurker down, Lurker down. Radiating. Oh, did he irradiate the Defiler as soon as it popped? Yes, but there's another Defiler that came around. How much energy do we have? Not enough for another Irradiate, that's for sure. So the attack on the 3rd base is serious business right now. Trying to take down, desperately trying to get rid of the tanks. Nice. 1 tank does get wiped out here. Oh, Dark Swarm is up. And I think that might be enough to defend the 3rd. This is a pretty fantastic match. Okay. All right. We're looking at pretty fantastic match right now. Macro hatch on the way from Larva. Loving that stuff. Bunch of Lurkers on the top. And then his 4th base along the right side that he's taken. Still no sign of a 3rd from Sorry. So I'm worried about this for the Terran player. He is up 30 supply, which is awesome. But a lot of that is Marines. They're kind of squishy. They're not super great against Lurkers. And again, the Science Vessels are here to account for that. The Science Vessel ball is 5. It's getting remotely Flash-esque in here. Flash is the one who always ends up having, you know, 6 to 8 Science Vessels just flying around all the time, irradiating all of the things. Never seems to lose them to Scourge. All that often anyway. Yeah, run. Pretty good control here from Sorry. Ooh. Oh, guts. At least the Defiler went down. Nice Dark Swarm, though. And look, just wandering around, just going to irradiate these Lurkers. Like, use the energy. Maxed out energy doesn't give you additional energy. If that makes any sense at all. Zerglings and Lurkers trying to jump in here, and oh, very nicely done. Gets the Lurker before the Dark Swarm pops up, unfortunately for Larva. Man, 141 to 104 supply. Some good trades have been happening here from the Terran player. He's taking a third base down here to the south on Neo Aztec. Small group of bile wandering up this way and scan. Oh, never mind. 3 Lurkers in the position. Too scary. Not going to happen at all. And it just seems like we're containing, right? Sorry, again, has not put tons of pressure on Larva. He did attack the third base a little bit. But, okay, so the Zerg player Larva does try to jump in here and just get right on top of this bio. Oh, the Dark Swarm is there. Run. Always run for the Dark Swarm. Northern group, get out of there. They do. They do get out. Some Irradiate's getting tossed down here as well. He didn't lose everything during that attack. That was pretty intense out of Larva for sure. Lings just pouring out. Battle cruisers in production. I'm telling you, you got 2. You should not get 2 science vessels there. The control by Sari a little bit off. Not looking good. It's still 144 to 184 supply. Attempt to surround with Lings, and you know what? That's absolutely a shellacking. Irradiate forces the mutas to get out of there, so not everybody dies. The science vessels stay alive for the most part, which is exactly what you want here. And 140 to 91 total supply. Kindness plating on the way here from Larva, so he is working on those Ultralisks. At least he's got him in the back of his mind. You don't get kindness plating and plan on making 0 Ultras. Not that he will, but the plan definitely seems to be that. I mean, this just goes to show the meta. The more it changes, the more it can stay the same. Nice target firing. No, another one goes down, but a lot of Lings died for that. I'm not sure that was entirely exactly what you want, but I have a Rhett versus Nada game, I think, that I tossed up at the channel. Well, it's probably a year or 2 now ago, and it was a battle cruiser response to a Ling Ultra play. So, I'm just saying. It's doable. Love this Firebat. Firebat sprinkling into this group is so good. It's like, wait, is there nothing here to defend this? Go! Before bad things come out of that Nidus. Oh, hang on. Surround flank trying to happen. The mutas are taking serious hits, though. No, it's not enough. Sari's army cleans up the attack from the backside. Gets top of here. Takes down the Nidus. A few Lings came out, but it's not going to be enough. Defensive Matrix up on a Marine. This third base is toast. This is maybe the beginning of the end for Larva. Ultras trying to come up a ramp here is not exactly what you want. Oh, he irradiates the Ultras. That means they do splash damage against enemy Marines, and against their own units too, which is hilarious. Yeah, this is the problem when a ton of Ultralisks pop out when you're on Marine tech. This is too good. This is too good. Hold position medics, though. Get this one. Get the 75 HP one. Oh, he's not target firing the wounded one, unfortunately. I love these battle cruisers. They're just like, one-shot Zerglings, I guess. How are you even alive? I mean, you're dead now, but geez. 35 workers here for Larva. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Additional Marines coming in. Firebats pouring in. It's double the supply right now for Sari. Ultralisk down. Battle cruisers doing all right. Tons of Firebats for the Lings. And now I think the third base might actually end up falling. Ah, the Scourge snuck in. Marines, you had one job, and that's it. Larva taps out. He recognizes he's done, and Sari. You're still here. There we go. Sari is your winner in 19 minutes and 15 seconds. That was a match. Wow, that was a good game. Really nicely done, Sari. Excellent, excellent, excellent job there. Sprinkling in Firebats, getting 2-2 on your Marines, battle cruisers being protected by Marines. They don't get killed by Scourge, unlike unlike a game that I cast maybe 2 weeks ago. featuring battle cruisers versus Zerg. Woo, good man. Sorry, third base came fairly late, but just good trades. I think this is just a good trades game. He didn't kill a single base of Larvas, unless you count this one. But Larva tapped out before it could go down. And yeah, a 3-basing Zerg versus a 3-basing Terran with 163 supply. And some science vessels. 4 of them? Maybe only 4 of them. He didn't do a great job taking care of the science vessels, but he got the win anyway. All right, so that's what matters here, is getting das win. So I know it's been a while. I do. I know it's been a while, Terrans, since you had a TVZ win. Here it is. It's for you. I didn't cast it knowing the outcome, but this is the result anyway, so be pleased. All right, 116,000 points there for Sorry, 97,000 points for Larva. Ended up producing 400 units to 280. It's a 4-to-3 ratio here. Not great if you're Larva, honestly. Didn't do particularly well there. Structures raised, just minor for each player, and then did out gas mine the Terran player a lot. But again, it's a lot of marine production. Not a ton of gas was needed. Sorry, did out mineral mine him and did underspend him by about 1,000 minerals. If this spent right here in a TVZ looks like this, it's gonna be hard to win. I mean, it's not a guarantee. Again, nothing is really ever a guarantee. But you know what I'm talking about here. It's just if that's what it looks like, and you won the game. As the Zerg player, you should be very happy, and you maybe did some incredibly good stuff. All right, excellent. So that right there is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.